may provide it or will provide it in the future. That's why we're going to go back and look through the spec itself and tweak some stuff to make sure we get exactly.
We're gonna put it in shoulds.
Do we have to approve this at the end of the month, or will you be able to roll with this to get it done?
Well, again, the process will be based on how we want to go about and go forward with capital reserve. I am hoping that you do have another special meeting. I cannot get through the entire bid process before June board meeting because you have to advertise it for so many weeks, then you have to have the pre-bid, etc. So there's no way we can go through that whole process before your June meeting. If we get into a situation that it's something that becomes time sensitive before our next scheduled meeting, then we might have to address it. It's also something that could be done over a winter break or an extended holiday break too. So.
Gotcha. Okay. The next one is an agreement with the St. Vincent's Hospital Corporate Medicine to do physicals for our child and early development. I like the price that I see, which is $55, a little bit better than the other price we saw here a few minutes ago. So it's capping us at 24. Would they do one more, you think? Do 25 for us? Add one person to that? What do you think, Aaron? Right? Never hurts to ask, but not to exceed $1,320 for a maximum of 24 employees. We require our employees to get this, correct? But they could get it done themselves if they want. And if they get it done themselves, they pay for it.
Correct.
Yep, okay. All right, any questions on that? 11.17 is a motion for year-end closing.
This is just your typical motion for year in and year out. As there are no meetings in July, business doesn't stop. So for us to close out the year and pay the bills. Any questions?
We'll make that at the June 28th, right? Okay. 11.18 is our capital projects for May of 2016. The total is $468,959. We all got a chance to see that. Anybody have any questions on any of those? Okay, then the last one that I have is 11.19 workers' comp agreement. It's a 1 year?
Correct. And actually, this is one cost that's remained relatively flat. We are actually doing quite well on our workers' comp. A lot of this is based on a mob, which is with your incurred expenses. And we're actually doing a pretty good job on controlling those. So.
Yeah, I see the multiplier is like 0.75 or something. We're getting a pretty good discount, right?
Right.
So excellent. Everybody stay safe on the job. I mean, that's, when you get hurt, it costs. So we don't want anybody getting hurt, and this is good stuff. So no information items at all for finance and operations, and then it says now finance and operations committee questions from the public. Anybody in the public have any questions?
You did have one informational item.
Yeah, if I may, I know that there is a lot of questions out there regarding the project across the street on Cockey with the Dave Hamlin complex. It is moving forward. Right now, the district is experiencing, number one, a lot of red tape, DEP, PennDOT, and Mill Creek in terms of some revisions that they required or requested from the original planning, and then also just some timeliness with the engineer who has to come through those revisions. I will say this, that the project will begin before the students return. A majority of it will be completed before the snow flies. My hope that the turf will be on the ground before the snow flies. We've already talked with athletics. It is not going to be an issue if it is not done for the fall. And quite frankly, looking forward that having it completed and done for the spring sports will suffice too. So we're pushing it and making it move forward as fast as we possibly can. The issue we would have would be for the turf, not that we couldn't have the ground prepared and ready for it, is trying to get a turf reasonably scheduled at a time that they can come in. So we're doing everything we can, and it will happen.
And we're going to use Tom, our common sense that we get to a certain point and we just say that's it for the season, right? We're not gonna try to lay it.
Oh, no, we would
No,
never compromise the installation of the turf based on the weather. Quite frankly, if they did not lay it until the spring, it would do nothing but help us because Mother Nature is the best compactor there is. So for 4 or 5 months, that soil and that whole subbase that we would have put in actually has a natural compaction to it.
And did I see something, do we need to build new steps or just modify our
Now,
steps?
those steps on along Cohee for the handicap access are gonna be removed. The ones along Cohee, because there will be handicap access at other places.
Okay, awesome.
What's the deal with the engineer?
And what's the deal with the engineer? Just like any engineer, he knows things have to get done, and I'm calling daily and keep prodding him, to keep moving forward, keep moving forward.
He's a young engineer, number one. But, I mean, is it in town? Where's it?
Yes, it's Welcome, so it's Henry Welcome's. Henry J. Welcome's.
Is there anything we can do to, I mean,
Other than, no, I've already threatened them, so.
Summit Township Supervisor, so he's got to straighten out. Oh, yeah. Now, why is PennDOT involved? Because of West 38?
PennDOT is involved because of West 38th Street.
Chair. Thank you, Aaron.
All right, that concludes, somebody has any additional, Ken?
I just wanted to follow up with what Travis was talking about. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Since I've been here 10 years, the gentleman that he was talking about, Keith, has been great, and the partnership has been great. And it sounds like, the partnership with Coke is relatively new. I didn't even know that Aaron was a partner with them, but that's good news as well. And I think the only reason that we even brought Pepsi forward was because there was more options for the kids, and the kids are kind of saying that's what they want. So it had nothing to do with Coke's performance, nothing to do with Keith, nothing to do with really any of that. It just kind of had to do with Pepsi has more options for our kids since they went through the Smart Snack guidelines. Like right now in K through 8, there was only 2 options. We kind of brought in the switch, and we had conversations about that. But there's more. Pepsi offers more options, and then in the high school, I think the demographic in that age group doesn't really want Diet Coke. We're only selling about 80 Diet sodas a day, 9 through 12. So the sales really aren't there, but it sounds like the guarantee on that side of it is better than what Pepsi's is, but the sales just aren't there. We're down $150 a day over the last couple of years in just Coke products. So the sales really aren't there, which is why this has all kind of come up. And, the kids and the consumers are saying, we want Pepsi products. I just did a real quick generic survey last year in a couple classrooms where we had nutrition, and we surveyed 64 kids, and 59 kids said they wanted Pepsi products, and 5 other kids said they didn't care. So
What's the Coke water, Dasani?
Dasani, and then you got
Versus
Diet Cokes, and you got Powerade. Those are kind of the big 3: fruit water and vitamin water. Where Pepsi they have their diets, whether it's Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, Diet Cherry Pepsi. And then you got Naked Juice, you've got coconut waters, you've got Gatorade. So
Is
kind of
Naked Juice appropriate for under 18?
I didn't hear.
I said, is Naked Juice appropriate for
Oh.
under 18?
Actually, it's pretty popular. so-
Is it? I bet it is.
Not for
Okay.
those reasons, it's actually a healthy alternative, but that's the whole reason, it was just options.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with customer service, Coke's been great, but that was the reason why it came up. So I just wanted to follow up with what Travis said.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that too, because, we have a whole bunch of new brand lineup stuff, and if I can get you information on that to maybe educate your staff and move that someone up, I can, we can do that and bring it in front of you, so.
And Ken, you are tenured now with 10 years?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But,
You're in academia, you're 10 years, you're tenured.
hair's going gray and gone, so.
Good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. That's
Thank
it.
you, Mr. Cook, appreciate it. Mr. Hosford?
Thank you. Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Mr. Kaluka. I don't know whether this would be an appropriate time to bring this up relative to the sale of the Atherton Woods.
No, it's not on the agenda, sir. We have
Okay.
to talk about it at some point, but I think we need to move through this agenda.